Hi, it is Sovereign here. Jumping right back into it. Let's go kill us a boss. Drop down there. Yeah, so you're definitely going to want to... I really forgot to mention this, but you are absolutely going to want to find that bonfire, because getting back up here each and every time if you die is... Oh god, it's painful. You don't want to deal with it. Please, don't deal with it. Just use the bonfire. So there are a couple of directions you can go. I would personally recommend going this way first. Be careful of the jump. You'll meet this guy in here. He's a vendor. He sells some stuff. Yes. Purchase. As you can tell by the rates, they're friggin' souls. He's scamming us, basically.
Nothing at all.
Cause they're too much, bro. You need to lower your prices. This is not how you work in an economy. You need to match the other people. If you don't, they're just gonna sell out better than you because they have lower prices. You're not gonna have any customers. Especially up here, you're in a goddamn tower. Lower your prices. And send. There is a demand for large titanite. So get better with selling it. Cage key. Which do I want to use yet? Yeah, I can use that. I'll go use that. Go up here. Oh yeah, that's what the cage. I was thinking to myself, trying to remember what else the cage key can be used for. That hurt. That really hurt. Be cautious, you don't want to be hit by the freaking fireball the giant is throwing at you. I don't know where he's throwing that. You can also jump over there, which I will be... Ooh! Actually, that is a really good idea. Let me go do that. Yeah, should I do that right now? Is there a soul over there? An item? I can't tell. I think it's just a boulder. Come on. Where are you throwing? Where are you throwing it? Come on, I know you're throwing it. Throw the damn boulder. There we go. Come on. Oh! Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well. Ooh. I really want to... That hurt. Hit me with the thing and then I fell. Okay. So my brain has kind of gone to mush since I'm ill. It doesn't quite know what it wants to think at the moment. So trying to record episodes like this, it's been a pain. Because I need topics to talk about, of course, otherwise the episode gets stale, they get boring. And I can't really talk about the gameplay since I've already been through it. I really didn't want to go this way because I don't know if he keeps dropping boulders if you go that way. But I need him to keep dropping boulders. Come on, drop one. Drop one. Please, no, he's not dropping them anymore. I reckon if I go down here though, he will start dropping them again. Oh no. Die. Come on. I just want you to drop the damn boulders now. I have things to do, you know. I have a boss to kill, you know. I can't have you not dropping boulders. Are you dropping them now? Please? No? Okay. Great. Well, I have something in mind for this anyway. In case he didn't do what I wanted. Which of course he wouldn't. Why would he? There we go. So, like I told you, my brain's gone to mush. I don't know what I'm even talking about, what I'm thinking. I do want to give my first thoughts on Dying Light 2. So, like I said in I think it was not last episode, but the episode before that, it's good, but I'm worried about its size. Because right now, the map is large, but for a Succession game and for how much they played it off, I feel like it could and should be larger. Now, I could be wrong, and there could be a separate area like there was in Dying Light 1. There was like an entirely separate area. It was like its own thing. It was amazing. And some of my best memories are in Dying Light 1, because I was playing it and I met some people in the game with like this OP weapon, and we were just running around having fun killing loads of zombies. It was amazing. Because I don't play co-op games a lot, I don't play multiplayer games a lot, because I prefer story-driven games personally. It's my gaming experience. My gaming experience has mostly been story-driven one-player games, and I enjoy that. Granted, it's kind of been a mix of both. I used to play like old games, Xbox and PlayStation games with my uncle, which was really fun. I really did enjoy it. We played games like Blur, which was this racing game, and you get like power-ups during the race, and you can like hurt each other, and it was amazing. It was like a death race kind of thing. There was also Twisted Metal, which is another kind of death kind of battle arena racing game. Well, it wasn't even a racing game. You had to kill off the other drivers. And there was this one dude called Sweet Tooth, where he drove in like this this ice cream van. I don't know why I said candy. He drove in this ice cream van which transformed into like this big old robot. And there was like 3 campaigns you could go with. You could go with the Sweet Tooth, which is the guy with the ice cream truck. You could go with this dude on a motorbike who could fire like rockets when that was his special power up. And then there was also this one girl. I forgot what hers was specifically. I forgot what her thing was as well. They each had like their own special vehicles. I forgot what hers was, to be honest. That's actually really gonna bug me. I don't know what a freaking vehicle was. If I give me a moment. Give me a moment. I honestly don't know. I went and did some research, and all that came up was a dark side, which is basically not a monster truck, but I forgot what it's called. Just a normal truck. It was a truck head without it was a lorry truck kind of thing, but without the whole back end of it. So they came up, but maybe she just didn't have a special vehicle like the other two did. Either way, so her name was Dollface, and so she didn't really have a vehicle, but her boss fight was amazing. Like each time you played as one of the other ones, one of the other two, you face like one of them as the final boss of your campaign. So I think if you played Dollface, the final boss you'd face would be like followers of Sweet Tooth trying to look for him. because in the end of his campaign he is like trapped in a coffin underground, because the way he became Sweet Tooth was he went insane basically, and he carved this mask, and when he put it on, his hair lit on fire, and he turned into like a murderer. He was previously like a loving husband kind of dude, and then when he put on the mask, he couldn't take it off again, and he became this murderer, and he killed nearly all of his family except for two people. His daughter, who was, I think, like, I don't know, in her teen years, and his son, who was like a kid at the time. And his whole goal in the game is he's playing this tournament, fighting other people in vehicles in order to be granted a wish, and the wish is to know where his daughter is so that he can go and kill her, since he's been searching for her for years and he's never been able to get her. And turns out when he gets his wish, he ends up in her coffin, since she's already dead. She already killed herself years ago. Of course, he didn't know that, so he's trapped underground. And at the end of his campaign, once you beat the boss, which is either a giant... No, it's not the giant doll. His boss is related to the other guy you can play as. I'm not quite sure how though, because I can't quite remember what his boss fight is. The end one anyway. There are a couple boss fights you have to go through. One of them is like dual monster trucks, and then there's of course the final one, which I can't remember at the moment. Either way, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, so Sweet Tooth, he ends up in a coffin, and the last thing we see of him is... what the hell? So almost follow me. Ooh! The last thing we see of him, oh my god, is his son, the one who was previously like in the house hiding when he went and killed his family when he first put the mask on. His son all grown up, and he was digging up his father's grave. Well, not his father's grave, but his sister's grave. And he found the mask and he put on the mask. And in the other dude's campaign, he is... I can't quite remember what he's looking for. Oh yeah, he wants to save his father, because his father died like during a stunting accident when he was a kid. And so he drives a bike, and his wish is to save his father, to go back and save his father. And so his final boss, I believe, is the giant doll. It's either his final boss or Sweet Tooth. It's basically a giant doll made after Dollface. And he gets his wish, but what ends up happening is he is exactly what he asked for. He is sent back in order to save his father. Basically meaning he is sent back in time, and his father doesn't die in a car crash now. Well, he doesn't die in a motorcycle accident. He dies because a strange man just appeared in the back of his vehicle and he crashed. The son was in the car at the time, and he survives. But not only does he survive, the kid, believing that this dude is the reason his father died, kills him. He kills himself. And oh god, it's insane. They're all kind of messed up versions of whatever they wish for. And finally, the Dollface, her dream is to be like a model, to be in the spotlight and whatever, because her face gets all scarred up, and so she has to wear this doll face. And so she battles, I believe, I can't remember who she battles, but it's either a giant fortress of Sweet Tooth followers looking for him, or it's whatever the other dude's final boss is. And her wish, like I said before, is to be in the spotlight. So what ends up happening is the dude who's, you know, making all the games, he's running the show, well, it's not really a show, he's running a death match, and whoever wins gets a wish. So she wins the death match, and he clicks his fingers, And what ends up happening is she ends up on a runway. Like she asked for, she ends up on a runway. The only problem is, this is a runway on a goddamn airport, and she gets hit by a plane. She gets run over by a massive plane's wheels. So I suppose it's like taking someone's sins or someone's greeds and turning it against them, but at the same time it's like, oh Jesus, that is one messed up way to kill people. I didn't see the border. I fully just didn't see the border. Damn. Sweet Tooth is not Sweet Tooth, but Twisted Metal is an amazing game. The original. I can't speak on whether Twisted Metal Black is as good because I haven't played it. I don't know if it comes first or comes after. I don't know if it's like a remodeling of the game, something like that. I'll have to play it at some point. They're both old games, so they're kind of hard to find. PlayStation now has them, which is where I played it recently. I say recently, a couple of months ago, for like nostalgic purposes. Really wish they had. Well, I need to look for it actually. Rain of Fire. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know if younger people see. I'm hoping kind of older people who remember these things see this. Older gamers. But Rain of Fire is. It's an amazing dragon game. You can play as a human and a dragon. I think you switch between them for missions. And I don't know if the movie came first or it came after, but there's a movie about it as well, where dragons have basically taken over the world. And you get to play as both a dragon and a human. For humans, you have to do stuff like, in one mission you have to protect the crops and stop them from burning. In another one you have to burn the crops as the dragon. Yeah, you can fly through and pick up cars and drop them around, fling them all over the place. And then in playing as a human, one of the final missions is you have to go to London and you're travelling around London in a car, I think, in like this big old heavy tank car thing, and you're trying to find this giant dragon. It's like, the premise is that spoilers for Rain of Fire, which I really do recommend going and watching. I watched it like a few days ago. It's really good, especially for the time. The dragons especially I was really impressed with, considering when it was made. Yeah, so spoilers, but all of the dragons except for one are female. So the male just goes through and friggin' pollinates the eggs or something. Not pollinates, but you know what I mean. Fertilizes, there we go. Fertilizes the eggs, and so the rest of the species are dragons. And so the one you fight at the end of the game is like the big old boss. He's the dude. He's like the male dragon. You have to fight at the end. And it's just a really fun game. It's a really good movie as well. I really enjoyed it. As one of the greatest. I don't know. The dragons are really good. The dragons are really good for the time. It makes me want to go watch it again and play it. I need to see if PlayStation Now has Rain of Fire, because there's no day you'd get a disc for it anymore. Well, you might, but you'd have to have a PS2, I believe it was out on, which I do not. I currently only have my PS4 and my PlayStation 5. Got rid of my PlayStation 3 years ago. Got rid of my PlayStation 2 way years ago. There's just a lot of nostalgic games, I guess. I can't help but think about. Right Response. Urban Chaos Right Response is one of them. It was an amazing game where you basically going around and fighting terrorists, basically. And you get to, the collectibles are the masks they wear, and you're going around, and one of the levels is like you bring down a helicopter and it like goes down and explodes and opens up the ground, and you have to go into the sewers and fight them in there. And you're part of this like elite group force, the Urban Chaos Right Response is what it's called, where you're like a mixture of policemen and firefighters and riot guards. You're basically the best of the business kind of thing. So some levels you have to go in and act like a fireman, open doors, save people, to freaking kill the terrorists. It's amazing. There's one more I can't quite remember the name of. I think it was a PSP game where you're another like police dude, and you can jump from car to car. It's mostly, well, it's an on-ground game, so you can walk around and you shoot. But then there's also like you can drive around, and it was so good. There were different bosses. They're basically in boss vehicles, essentially. One of them was in like this weird giant boat thing where it could go on land. Another one where you had to get on a plane. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, so you were like hanging off the side of a plane on a plane wing, and then you're trying to have a wedding in one of the scenes, and it's like interrupted by these bandits. The people you've been fighting, it's interrupted by them, and they're in like this giant bus, and so of course you jump in the bus to chase after them. And I think like one of the main characters dies. I'm gonna have to find out his name, honestly. Anyway, I've been rambling a bit. So if you didn't know, that's the Iron Golem. If you do enough damage to its legs, it will start to stagger, and if you do enough damage after that, it will fall over. If you get him near the edge, like I did, he will fall off the edge, but if he's somewhere like here, it will just fall over and give you a chance to damage him a lot. And now onto one of the most beautiful sights in this entire game, in the entire series. Enjoy it, because it is amazing. I adore this scene so much. Well, not the scene, but specifically the image that is going to come up in just a few moments. The landscape, I suppose, is the best word for it. Oh, it's gorgeous. I found that really easily. I just looked up what the game was I was thinking of. That was for the PSP. It was Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. And it was an amazing game. Most of the boss battles are in the bus. Well, not in a bus, but on the road when you're driving around, and you could like jump to different vehicles and you could take them over. So you could jump to the enemy vehicle from the roof, and then you could like freaking kick them out, and then you're driving that vehicle. You couldn't do it with like the boss vehicles, because those were like specific events. Once you took care of those, the level ended. So things like the bus, and then the giant boat on land thing, you couldn't jump into those, take them over. I think for the giant boat thing, you actually had to jump onto it and kill your way up to the main controls where the main bad guy was like operating the boat. You had to like fight them. Oh god, yeah, and one of them was a fire truck, and I remember now because in one of the scenes you're like hanging off the ladders, and you have to like pull yourself up and make sure you don't fall because they're trying to kick you off. Not a very nice greeting to Anno Londo, fellas. You don't have to fight these guys. They were like, as you probably saw, they were standing to the side when I came in. Oh my god. Ooh. Ooh. The shield bash is always rough. Oh god, did I rest? I don't think I rested. Oh god. Oh god, please no. Please. Thank god. Okay. I think... Do I want to make this a shorter episode? What am I at? 16 minutes. Well, it's 16 for me. I had to stop the recording to go look up what Dollface's vehicle was, so it should actually be around 24 minutes right now. So I'd say 6 more minutes. So once it gets to 22, should be around good. I don't know, because I can't get to... I get to a bonfire. I know where the bonfire is, one with the firekeeper, but I can't really get to another bonfire in that short amount of time without missing stuff out. And I don't really want to miss stuff out if I can avoid it. Actually, a shorter episode is fine. I'm recording a lot anyway today, so I'll just cover the stuff in the next episode. So with that said, I went down friggin' Nostalgia Road or something. Yes, the beautiful Anne Orlando. Went down a road of nostalgia there with the friggin' Pursuit Force, Urban Justice, Ultimate Justice, I think it's Ultimate Justice. I just looked it up, so it should be. And then, so, Pursuit Force, Ultimate Justice, Urban Chaos, Right Response. Those are quite possibly two of my favourite games ever. I never played them in years. I'd really want to play them. But, oh god, getting them would be so hard. I'd have to freaking learn how to use emulators and stuff for the PS2 for Urban Pursuit Force, and then I'd have to get a PSP and Urban Chaos for the PS2. Then I'd have to get a PSP for Pursuit Force. I'd also have to find them. They're pretty old. I imagine there's not many of them around. Not as if they're being mass produced. Plus there's all the ones that may have been broken or stuff like that. Why am I thinking so much about my young years? I'm still in my young years, damn it. It makes me so mad. I freaking act like I'm an old man. I don't know. But older mind, I suppose. That might just be it. Well, I say older, more mature, I guess would be the best way to put it. I'm rambling a lot, aren't I? I can't help it. Like I said, brain's gone. I think I may actually stop for today after this one. I've recorded 3 episodes, and even Anna went to stop. I don't want my commentary to be dull or boring, which it's very much what it will turn into if I continue like this. I made it all the way to Anne Orlando, that's good. If I feel up to it later, I'll probably record more. Do I want to upgrade you anymore? No, I know what I want to do. I need to get you to 11, then I can upgrade you. Because I need to be able to use the bow to show off the Drake sword. Because I need to shoot off the tail of the damn dragon. Hello.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome. If you what?
Yes. Yeah, so I'm going to stop this episode early. I hope you have a good day, evening, night, whatever it may be. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the good stuff.